The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You found The Local Show with Tom and Steve right here on 570 WSYR. You know what I haven't done in a long time is say that my full name and everything. It's Tom Soccocio Jr. I'm the creative director at Zoe Advertising, along with being the host of The Local Show, and Steve is the co-host and owner of Zoe Advertising. I don't think I've said that, told people who we are in ages.
Yeah, that's interesting. They know us as Tom and Steve, those two goofy guys that interview people. And, and as they're tinkering in their garage or whatever they're doing on the weekends, they're listening to us. So thanks for listening.
Right. Yeah, speaking of garages, oh, golly.
What'd you do now?
My garage is a mess.
Why?
I never cleaned it up.
You done your garage door, right?
Yeah, I dinged the garage door there. But I had all these projects going, and then I was like, last season, I was going to clean things up, but then we had so many DJ gigs, I wasn't able to do that.
So everything just got piled in there?
Yeah, just piled. So I'm a mess. I really got to
make the boy child do it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to do cleaning and things like that. So we have a new guest to the show. I'm sure she'll run out of here with her hair on fire after talking with us for a while. Maura Aseltine, right?
Yeah,
is that how we say that?
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, let's make Steve say it.
Maura Aseltine.
Even better.
Yeah. You are the director of school-based mental health at Liberty Resources. It sounds like a big title, and you need a lot of education, more than Steve and I probably have. So tell us your background and how you got to this position.
Yes. So I mean, they let me be it, right? That's what it is. No, but I, by education, I have a master's of arts in marriage and family therapy. So I am a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Okay.
Just had a psych undergrad, so nothing too impressive there.
Where did you go to school?
My undergrad was at the University of Mary Washington, who is actually George's mother. That's in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And then I went to SU, and that's how I ended up in the Syracuse area.
Okay. So you weren't born here then?
No. Yeah, you didn't hear this. I grew up outside of Philadelphia, about 10 minutes south of the airport. Yeah.
Yeah. So not in South Philadelphia, but just...
No. I'm from the suburbs, everyone.
Okay.
So you went to school here and you said, I'm going to stick around.
Yeah, I fell in love with a few things, the area, the community, and my husband somehow. And then
there you go.
And that's how I...
Was he from here?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
He was a North Syracuse upbringing. So.
Oh, okay. So,
it's got to be tough for him, you having a degree in marriage counseling and all that. You're always analyzing.
Yeah. We've had to find a good balance.
Yeah. What I hear you saying, dear, is I'm not being clear. I can just hear these kinds of...
He's learned enough that now it's like he's using it back to me, and I'm like, I don't like this.
That's pretty funny. So Liberty Resources, I'm not sure what they do. Let everybody know.
Yeah, so Liberty Resources, I feel like if my CEO is watching, he'll get mad because I won't even cover half of it, because truly what we are as an agency is to be able to serve anyone walking through the doors with behavioral, mental, medical health needs. So we're a federally qualified healthcare center and a certified community behavioral health care center. Hopefully I got those two exactly right. But basically meaning that anyone, we serve underserved populations, and anyone who is in need of medical, mental, or behavioral health care can come through our doors and get it.
So medical, I think the hospital, right, or a family care physician. So you've got a bunch of MD doctors, doctor hurts when I do that, don't do that kind of people?
Yeah, we have primary care services. We have psychiatric services, obviously all outpatient level. And then and this is all out of our clinic, so we have additional auxiliary services.
Where are the locations? Where are those?
Our primary location is 1045 James Street.
Okay.
And then, goodness, I'm not even going to get half of
That's okay. No, it's
fine. Yeah. And then, of course, we have, where I can talk mostly, is about our school-based services. So we have over 50 presently operating school sites in Onondaga County alone.
So are these physical health, mental health, or both?
These are just mental health. So we have mental health clinicians embedded in the schools, and they're providing outpatient mental health services.
So you manage all of them? Because obviously you don't go to all the schools yourself.
Yeah, that would be really impressive. You can tell people I do that.
So is this like third graders or like 12th graders or like all in between, or what is it?
Yeah.
Everyone from K through 12.
So what I think I heard you say was mental health is health. And now here's an opportunity in the schools for kids to maybe unpack stuff or start to think a little clearer and not go down maybe a troubling path. Is that fair? Is that an okay summary?
It definitely is. I think really what I love about school-based, I was a school-based clinician on our team for about 5.5 years before I climbed the corporate ladder, and really what I loved about it and still love about it on a different level is that we really minimize all of the barriers to mental health services, and we put them right in a place where kids are, right? So families don't have to who have transportation barriers. The kid gets their mental health right there. They don't have to find a clinic. They don't have to find transport. They don't have to take out time of their family's life, right? I have kids, and we have like the 2.5 hour clock starts as soon as I get them from daycare of when they have to be in bed. So it's nice that kids get that care during the day. We can help them with those challenges.
So how does that pay for? Is there insurance? Is it Medicaid, Medicare, other insurance, no insurance? How does this happen? Because there's a lot of people that are doing this.
Yeah, we serve over 2,000 students, I think, across our 3 different county sites. So it's a lot of
kids.
Like
Onondaga County, Oswego,
Onondaga, Oswego, and what's
Madison? Right, that would be the other one.
Yeah, the other one. Jefferson?
No. Rondecoy?
Yeah. Well, no.
Right now, all our listeners are screaming at the radio, but that's okay.
Those are cities and things like that.
Yeah. How it is a billable service. So insurance, we take commercial insurances and support clients in being able to pay in a way that's fit for their family, but we do accept Medicaid and managed care.
And you only have one person embedded, or do you? Some
schools have more, so it's dependent on our contract with the school, but the best fit is to have a clinician there, fully in there.
Yeah, so how does a kid, what teenager, doesn't have mental junk? Seriously. Mm-hmm. So how does someone hey, you better talk to Billy. Billy looks depressed. Okay, well, how do you determine who you can help and how do you keep shame out of it? Yeah. Because I think some people don't get help because they feel like, I can't, because then people will think poorly of me.
Mm-hmm. I think especially in the elementary schools, because I was in the elementary school, I love being in the school system just makes us another person to them. And so it does reduce the shame, because that's just Miss Maura in room 213, right? And she waves at me every day. Right. And so it really does make it destigmatized to have it just a part of their normal environment. And then I think the best way that we find is we have really great partnerships and collaborations with our school districts, and they help us to identify and triage those kids. So typically the school's aware of kiddos that are struggling or need support, and they can make direct referrals. Families can make direct referrals on our website, or just connecting with their school to talk about.
So you're almost kind of invisible a little bit.
Because you're there. You guys have me here, right?
Right. You're in the school, but there's a little bit of that's part of them. I like the way you said that.
Yeah, and I think it's helpful for us to be just a part of that. I think most of my clinicians feel like the schools are their workplace, right? Sure. They're really embedded in that community. They attend wellness fairs and things like that to really be just a part of the community.
And the kids can come to your clinicians for a wide variety of things. Mm-hmm. So if they are feeling anxious, they just want to talk about anxiety, do they have to get permission from their homeroom teacher or something? Or?
Just parental consent. So the only thing we need to be able to treat is parental consent. And obviously they do, since we are an office of mental health clinic, we do have to, intake appropriately. But then with the parental consent, it's really telling the school that the parent and guardian see this as a value.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, because then you get support from both sides. So that's a wonderful thing. So information, liberty-resources.org. Correct?
Yep.
And if someone wanted to talk to you, could they do that and ask questions?
Yes.
472-4471. 472-4471. Tom, you can say your name, because I'm not going to do it.
No, you do it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Thanks, Maura.
Thank you, guys.